Hello, my friends. It's time to let the games begin. Hey, everyone. I am Jeff, and yes, we are here, in fact, to watch more GIJoe, A Real American Hero. In fact, it's going to be all fun and games today as we're watching Season 1, Episode 26, The Gamemaster. And in my mind, I have to assume this is some sort of a Murderworld scenario. Does that make sense to you? Do you guys know what Murderworld is? Murderworld is the thing. I don't think, when I was a kid reading comic books, I thought that Murderworld was like huge. I thought it was big. I thought everyone knew about Murderworld. But I had this Marvel team-up issue with Spider-Man and Captain Britain, and I thought it was the coolest thing. And then I think later on I saw an episode of, I think it was either in X-Men the Animated Series or it was Spider-Man, where they also went to Murderworld. So I just assumed that Arcade was like this big bad regular, like everyone knew about him in the world of comics. No. No. Arcade's like a madman who makes these crazy sort of funhouse style, elaborate trap things that always have a way to sort of defeat them. But that's the game, right? And then he traps heroes in this murder world scenario, as he calls it. That's kind of the deal. There's nothing really more to it than that. But I believe that is what this episode is going to be about. So, if you want to jump right ahead to the reaction, feel free. There are always chapter times down below. Not a problem at all. I'm going to stay here and just yap a little bit more because I do like to talk. Before you go, just so you know, there are two more things I want to make sure you're aware of, though. One, if you want to watch any of these GIJoe Real American Hero episodes without me yapping in your ear, or you want to watch ahead perhaps, they are all available, at least currently, on the official Hasbro YouTube page. So you can always go over there and watch them there. Or if you'd like to watch the longer uncut version of this reaction video, that is, as you would expect on a reaction channel, available over on the Patreon. Uncut cartoon reactions, monthly movies, a bunch of extra nonsense and bonus videos and yada, yada, yada. It's good times. Thanks, actually, I should say, thank you so much to the patrons who are here supporting the channel. I really want to send a massive shout out to all of them. Thank you very much to Alec, Callum, Marissa, Kanan, Corey, Nedjaj, and Tag Pro. Thank you for being Xennials at heart. It means a lot. So, one or two things before we jump into this reaction. So, Murderworld, I think we're set with that. Maybe that's what this is about. I didn't read anything, but I do know, of course, from the thumbnail here that we're going to have Flint and Lady J. My hope is that the Gamemaster is like a character, someone else, not one of the Joes or Cobra, and that the Joes and Cobra are both trapped and will have to team up together. That's what I'm hoping for. Heroes and villains teaming up together. I could see that happening, right? To defeat some weird third-party psychopath. It's always entertaining to me when there are like extra villains in the mix of a GIJoe episode. But here's what I don't want to see happen. There was an episode that I think also made me think of Arcade and Murderworld that we had before, and that episode was called The Funhouse. And I think I liked the idea of it, but I really didn't love the execution of it. It was just not that well put together. And in that scenario, it was like Cobra Commander was running the Joes through their paces in his crazy sort of like trap-filled labyrinth of a base. Here's my point. This could be done badly, so it has to be handled carefully. It's like you've got to balance the sort of like the sort of fun gimmick with actual stakes, with an actual story, with motivation, right? Why are they trying to get from A to B? I'm assuming that that I'm right about the premise here, at least. I could be totally wrong. It could just be them, like, you know, playing a game of chess in Central Park. I don't know. High stakes chess for the fate of the world. I don't think so. I don't think so. And then the second thing I wanted to talk about is we have another new writer here. This is Flint Dill. And Flint Dill is kind of a big deal. And he is a video game and television and a screenwriter. So this is his first episode on GIJoe Real American Hero. He will come back for many, many more episodes. He is a kind of renowned game writer and cartoon guy. He wrote the screenplay for Fievel Goes West. Yeah, I know. Fievel Goes West. That's a pedigree that I am excited to see translated into GIJoe. But also he was the head writer on Transformers Season 3. I know it's Season 3, but still, like, look, someone had to take those reins. He didn't make the decisions around what happened in the movie. I think someone had to try and do the best they could with what they had there. And who knows, like, what was his role in the decision to bring Optimus back? I don't know. That would be a pretty tough job to handle. He is also the creator of Visionaries Lights. What are they called? Visionary Knights, Knights of the Magic Light. Visionaries Knights of the Magic Light. That's what it is, I think. You know, the guys they had the light things on their chest and or was it on their shields? I can't. I had some of the toys of those Visionaries. They were pretty cool. Maybe we'll watch that series here on the channel at some point. Anyway, like, he's written on a lot of stuff, and including a bunch of very cool video games. I was over on Moby Games. He's got like 50 plus game credits. He wrote Escape from Butcher's Bay. Pretty solid. He wrote one of the Starship Troopers animated films. Is that a claim to fame? Sorry, do people know it there? I love Starship Troopers, by the way. Do you? Okay. We're getting sidetracked now. We don't need to belabor this. Let's hope for the best. Why not? We always hope for the best with GIJoe, and oftentimes, usually, in fact, I'd say, we are pleasantly rewarded for for expecting good things out of GIJoe. Let's see what we get, though, with today's episode, The Gamemaster. Let's rock and roll. Hey, everyone who jumped right to here, you're just in time. We are about to start Season 1, Episode 26 of GIJoe Real American Hero, The Gamemaster. So, if you're ready, let's let the games begin. Oh, by the way, did you guys notice that I'm wearing a Holiday Peanuts shirt? It is not the holidays. That doesn't matter, guys. You can wear your cool shirts whenever you want. I just grabbed something without looking. It doesn't matter. Anyhow. Okay, so we know we're getting Flint. We know we're getting the Baroness in this episode, right? Probably Lady J, paired up with Flint, I hope. Maybe Destro. Ooh, wouldn't it be good if it was like a couple's deal? Destro, Baroness, and Flint and Lady J together, like on a double date or something.
GIJoe is the code name for America's daring, highly trained special.
It could be. It could happen. We don't know.
To defend human freedom against Cobra, a ruthless terrorist organization determined.
Is it just me, or do you think that Airtight could really punch that guy out? Like, he had no leverage. He's on the ground. Doesn't seem realistic. The Gamemaster. Look at this. What is this? Transformers? Look at this. It's like on the what's it called? On the Millennium Falcon.
I'm bored. I want to play a new game, Coco. A game where real people fight for their lives.
Who's he playing
where
against?
I can play but can't get hurt. Let's play my new game, Coco. What do you think?
Boring.
It will be fun, Coco. Just wait.
He's a crazy
You
guy.
have to catch them like butterflies.
Is this
When
Flint
they think
in
they are safe.
civilian clothes? Yo, what is Flint driving?
This is Flint, second in command of the GIJoe team. He is returning home from a mission. He suspects nothing.
What is this? Okay, wait. Sorry. I'm so fascinated. We'll get to the villain in a second here. But like, Flint driving like, what is that like? Was that like a classic Porsche? That's what it looked like to me, right? Is this, sorry, but is this his home? Is this where he like lives when he's off duty? Maybe he's waving to like, could this be like the lobby of an apartment building where he has like a condo or something? So interesting. What does he do with his, like, how does he live his life when he's off duty? You only ever see them on duty, right? Interesting though. He's like a sweater vest guy, like short sleeves and a sweater vest. It's a polo, right? Oh man, polo, blue polo, sweater vest, khakis, and yet still wears the beret. It was a bold move, Flint. Bold move. And then as for the villain, I mean, I think that's got to be our game master, obviously, right? Playing chess a la the, like battle chess, but very similar to the on the Millennium Falcon, the chess game that they played. And then his companion Coco is a robot clown. Really interesting. Like his eyes are wide the whole time. He's got that kind of like childlike, attitude. Let's see. Like I'm thinking childlike, crazy attitude. Let's see what happens. He's clearly gonna kidnap Flint here, right? Just like airlifts him in a helicopter. Women's
This
casual
is Lady
wear.
J. Clothes are like candy to her.
They
I
are?
know just what dress
Is
she
Lady
will
J
pick,
like
Coco. That
super
one.
obsessed with fashion?
I thought she'd like the other one.
This is about to get pretty creepy there, Game Master.
Master likes lady?
I do not have a crush on her, Coco.
What, excuse me? What is happening here?
Hey, what's going on? Get me out of here! Put me down! Get open the door!
No.
What's happening?
This
No one
is
mind
the
these wind-up
Baroness,
men walking through here
brilliant
carrying a
and
big crate.
resourceful Cobra agent.
Whoa, she is living large. Did you see that? Look at this. Wait. She's in a hot tub with a heat lamp on her, just like basking. That is exactly what I imagine the Baroness does on her free time. How do people not notice these like robots just sort of hanging around? We got to get one more. We need another Cobra.
This is Cobra Commander. He craves power,
Cobra Commander.
but when he
Should've
feels
been
most
Master.
powerful, he is most vulnerable.
I do not understand what gratification you derive from these vulgar processions. Security forces!
How would, I mean, like, look, I don't got nothing against this as a setup here, but I have to say, like, how would you get that one? This in particular is, I'd say, a step too far. To be able to install a trapdoor underneath Cobra Commander at his headquarters without him noticing, come on. And then all of these like robot men who are clearly robot men just like hanging out. I don't know.
It's
At
not
least
like
clowns
Flint
are
Lady
suitably
J to
freaky.
blow town without telling us.
I'm worried.
Gung Ho,
Real
where's your
worried.
tattoo, man?
Let's just come out and say it. They were...
Kidnapped. Our leader and the Baroness have been kidnapped.
By whom, Destro? Perhaps
Good
by
grammar,
somebody who wants to be
Tarzan.
the new Cobra leader, like yourself?
That is absurd. There is only one group who would dare this.
Cobra. But they're not gonna get away with it.
G.I. Joe will learn a bitter lesson. First, we must lure one of them into our hands, and then...
Wait. So maybe Duke and Destro are gonna team up to try and rescue their pals. Oh, that was like a house of blocks, wasn't it? So interesting.
What the...
What is that horrible noise?
Baroness is in her bikini. Oh, at least they got Lady J dressed
glad
again.
to see you. But where are we?
No one bothered to get the Baroness any clothes.
Players, I am the Gamemaster.
Welcome to my game. As there are no rules, it will be an easy game to learn. Hidden somewhere on this island is a one-man helicopter. The winner is the one who finds it and flies away.
What happens to the losers?
They die.
There's something about the way they drew his eyes so wide.
Do you know who I am? You can't do this to me. I will make you suffer.
Honestly, I gotta say, Cobra Commander on his own, I'm not certain how capable he is of like doing much of anything. Literally all three of the others, like if I were just right now, and I guess I should, if I were to like place bets on if everything being fair and square, who would win this contest, I might say Lady J. Honestly, I might say Lady J would be the most logical choice of like the most capable of the four of those people. Because you know that Baroness will do something to undermine herself, right? Like at some point. Flint will sacrifice himself to save the others. He's far too heroic. He'll sacrifice himself so that Lady J can get out. That's not going to happen. They're going to go after the Gamemaster, obviously.
They're toys.
Those are real guns, guys.
They're going to shoot. Do something, somebody.
This is exciting.
G.I. Joe will return after these messages.
Question, does the Baroness just do the whole episode in a bikini?
Now, back to G.I. Joe.
These guys. Come on.
Dive!
Fire!
It's not toy ammo. Let's get out of here.
Wait for me.
I like games that begin with a bang.
From here on, we go our separate ways.
Hey, fine by me.
Hey, Sabreaker, I'm on station over Greenland.
Roger. Keep an eye peeled. We hear Cobras slithering around somewhere below you.
I'll find him.
Sky Striker at 4 o'clock. Fire.
Listen to that voice. I mean, okay.
I smell candy. That looks like licorice on that tree, and marshmallows on that one. We're in a candy forest.
That can't be real.
I think it is. I took a caramel apple.
These look like bonbon berries.
Look out!
Flint, help!
What are they doing? They're attacking him with candy canes? Is it
Baroness.
chocolate?
I said
Fudge?
hold it!
Decadent pig!
You're good, Baroness.
I mean,
But I'm better.
Get me out of here! I'm sinking
Oh, it's caramel.
Caramel butterscotch.
Oh, is it
What
butterscotch?
do we do now, Baroness? We can either save them or we can fight. There's no time to do both.
This is an interesting predicament that Flint has found himself in. I get it, like why you want to write this scenario, but it feels just, I mean, just a little bit like fan fiction-y. Do you know what I mean? Okay, let's move on.
Get Lady J out first. You might double team me. If I...
Sorry. They might. No, she's right. They might double team her.
I get the commander out first, we will definitely jump you.
I'll tell you what, Baroness. You'll just have to trust
I'm
me.
sorry. I
You
will
save
try and get my
Lady
mind
G,
out of the gutter.
I'll save Cobra Commander.
But she's got to get some clothes on. Come on. Come on.
Disgusting.
That's actually pretty fair, I'd say.
The coast is clear.
To rescue Ace, I guess.
No, don't shoot! Those vials are full of deadly swamp flu! Then talk fast, or we're all gonna need bed rest and plenty of aspirin.
Watch this, Coco. It's a real ho-ho.
Oh no. Robot dinosaurs?
Run for it!
Then breathe fire. Okay.
Help me! Help me!
Guys, you don't have to be heroes all the time.
I've got to try. G.I. Joe is dedicated to saving lives. Even Cobra Commanders.
I don't think so, Flint. I like, honestly, I don't think that was a good move.
Flint, look out behind you!
Oh. Is he swallowing Flint?
Flint!
Dang. Getting wrecked, Flint. You know what I'll say I really like about this episode so far? It's like, it's able to sort of parlay in like excessive sort of fantasy because it's just this crazy, you know, whatever, crazy world that the Game Master was able to sort of buy his way into creating. Like a giant mech dinosaur. Why not? Sure. So it can be this is like legitimately like really pushing the limits of what you could potentially do with a Joe episode. But, you know, it's all still like, you know, we haven't crossed into like magic territory or like ghosts, you know, both of which have shown up in previous episodes. So I'm all for this, even if it is a little silly. Okay, so are they removing him from the game now? A bunch of pallbearers?
He was a good fighter, Lady J. But think not of sorrow. Think of revenge. Revenge upon that accursed Games Master!
So she really thinks that he's gone, huh?
G.I. Joe will return after these messages.
I guess, like, if
Now,
you were in
back
the
to
reality of that
GIJoe.
situation, you probably would think that.
Tell me when G.I. Joe has taken Cobra Commander and the Baroness, or I will resort to extreme measures.
Listen up, Chrome Dome. We don't know where they are, so save yourself a lot of trouble and return Flint and Lady J.
What are you talking about?
The Joes you kidnapped, remember?
Then where are Flint and Lady J? Probably with Cobra Commander and the Baroness. Give them a swig.
Greetings, Joe team. It seems that we have a problem in common.
The only problem we have is you.
And you're pretty common.
Incorrect.
But
Two of our agents and 2 of yours have been kidnapped. All apparently by a third party.
All right. Give me the lowdown.
Wait, so this is an actual... Was that a gravestone for Flint? No. Oh, they're just bringing him here. He's not dead.
Hello, suckers.
Suckers? You thought I was dead. Clearly I'm not. These dumb robots.
Rust in peace.
At last, I will fly to the nearest island and send help when I arrive.
You don't mean you'd leave 2 defenseless women to fend for themselves?
Yes.
You unmanly peasant!
Oh, he's the worst. God,
There's
these
one
guys.
thing I hate. It is mowing the lawn. I hate lawnmowers. Mow them down, chop them as they run. Whirlily, 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 I'm having so much fun.
Now we're playing my game. Turn it off or get hurt. Uh-oh.
What is he, a giant? What? This doesn't make sense either.
You cheat!
He's like, I don't know, the Blob? Wilson Fisk? No, more like the Blob. He's a big guy, a real big guy.
Lady Jane.
Get wrecked, Coco. What is this?
I'm going to tell on you!
Flint to Joe team.
Tell on you to who?
Hey, listen to this, guys.
I don't think I get
I
this.
don't know where I am, so trace this broadcast. Some guy named the Gamemaster has managed somehow to...
Flint, this is Breaker. Come in.
Oh, it's dead. But I zeroed in on his position.
Nice.
Good. Alert Cobra and dispatch a strike
See how
team.
good Breaker is?
Really want us to tell Cobra?
No, but a deal's a deal.
A deal's a deal. Oh, look at this. A fleet of Sky Strikers and Rattlers coming in.
All I have to do is activate the island defenses and watch the fun.
Wait, sorry, what happened to Flint? Did Flint take off? Wow, everything's like toys, huh? I mean, Ace, what do you think? You gonna wreck another Sky Striker? Just because these ships look like toys, they're obviously... Oh, I used to have a toy rocket like that.
Time to shut down the missile works.
Agreed.
Yeah.
My water rocket defense is finished. My ships are sunk, and my troops are in trouble.
Where is Flint?
All my
Oh, they
toys
captured
are broken, and it's your fault.
Where's this Gamemaster character?
Crazy.
He went through there.
Come on.
Where is Cobra Commander?
Knee deep in a marshmallow swamp.
Is that your idea of a joke?
Okay, look for yourself.
He is knee deep in a marshmallow swamp.
There will be another game, Joe and Cobra. And next time, I will win.
Okay. He gets away.
It is a pity we could not
That's good.
combine our forces. Imagine the power we could have.
You think so? We almost got greased by toy soldiers.
I've had enough of your sarcasm for one day. Go! Get out of here!
Okay, we'll be going.
Oh, very clever, Flint. How considerate of you. You'll take off, then circle back and destroy our planes on the ground.
Fine, you go first.
And turn our backs to you? How stupid do you
I like
think
that this
I
came
am?
back.
Look, if
That's
you got
comedy.
a better idea.
Oh man. I'm trying to decide how I feel about that episode. I think overall we're saying good. Let's hang tight and then we can talk about it in a second. You know, it's funny. I obviously referenced Arcade and Murderworld off the top here, and I feel fairly confident in saying that this writer was aware of those characters and that creation, because this whole episode really read like some, crazy version of, Candyland as run by a psychopath, right? Which is kind of in line with that other character. It's interesting because I really liked a lot of the elements of this, and I think on paper it really works. I think overall I'm like leaning towards the side of like, yes, this worked, but it's a real sort of teeter-totter on terms of like, either you're going to consider like this whole episode largely silly and stupid, or you're going to consider this whole episode largely silly and fun. I'm leaning towards silly and fun, and I'm not going to try and take it too seriously because come on guys, this is GIJoe. Let's they're not all going to be, people protesting outside the Treasury Department because they don't have any food or whatever. Like some serious heavy thing, man. Sometimes they're just going to be light and fun episodes. And look, let's be totally honest about this. As most of us know who have watched GIJoe before, they are, like, in general, only going to get sillier as we get further along. There are a lot of things about this episode I think that are too like, and I think as a kid, even more so. 'Cause I'm far less critical as a child, right? And so I would be watching this sort of saying like, hey, it's toy soldiers. Hey, it's a house of blocks. Hey, it's, it's like Willy Wonka style. It's a marshmallow, marshmallow marsh and a caramel lake, with candy cane trees and gumdrop bushes. There's no need to apply too much logic to it. You could try. You could do a whole like it's The Prisoner kind of if you know The Prisoner, you guys know The Prisoner. You should know The Prisoner. If you're my age, you probably should know The Prisoner. Similar sort of scenario. Anyway, this is like a thing that's just done. Gumdrop forest with marshmallow lakes, and like that's just fun. And they made it work. You don't have to explain how the gumdrop bushes work. For what it was, I think he was done pretty well. Even if that character and that character trope kind of like I find a little grating. As a child, like as a kid watching this, I don't remember if I've ever seen this episode before, but as a kid watching this, I definitely would have been more entertained by him. The big guy with the silly laugh who's obsessed with toys and wears a bow tie. That's just like, patent comedy, right? The fact that he has a robot clown, which is already a little kind of creepy, as his sidekick. Yeah, that kind of works. And I think really nice really nice, like legitimately, to see another villain coming to the picture. I definitely want to build the world around G.I. Joe where we have more villains. I want more heroes. I want people outside, third parties coming in. This is a fun villain, and give him a couple of instances of trying to take out the Joes, and I think that we'll like look at the overall picture of of a crazy man who actually is probably pretty dangerous. Continuing to evolve the relationships between Flint and Lady J, I think was great. I think it was a little was it little like fan servicey to feature the Baroness in a bikini the entire episode, and that whole sequence with Flint sort of like wrestling with her while the other two were sort of drowning behind them. I mean, come on. There's no way that the people who were writing and making that episode, like the adults, weren't like aware of what was going on in that sequence, right? Overall, I gotta say, I think this was a good episode. It was obviously light. It was designed to be light. It was designed to be silly. I didn't love the villain's characterization at all times, but I appreciate the intent that went in behind like creating an episode like this. And I would actually welcome another crack at the Gamemaster. So, with all of that said, I'm leaning on definitely a pretty solid episode. A solid episode with that asterisk. Okay, let's take a step back now. I will do a little bit of thinking on the episode. I'll do a little bit of looking around online, seeing what I can see, if there are any trivia, tropes, or takeaways for the Gamemaster, and I will be right back with you in 1 second. Hey all, I am back with a few trivia, tropes, and notes for the Gamemaster. I did find out that trope is a thing. It's been around for a while. Yes, it is called the psychopathic man-child trope. And yeah, it's interesting to see a villain like that here in G.I. Joe. And I think that this would still be considered an early take on that. Let's talk little bits of trivia. So a few things, mostly things that I noted from the storyline that some of which I did mention during the the reaction. I feel like it was interesting to see Flint's sort of off-duty home life. I'm left with more questions than answers. There is a future episode that we haven't seen called Flint's Vacation, which sort of follows up on some of these things. He is seen driving that same car in this future episode as well. And that car is an AC Cobra Stingray. Man, like, I know you want to have a convertible because you're a cool guy, Flint, but to get a Cobra car? I mean, maybe they just thought that was funny. I guess that's part of it, possibly. The Baroness, I think we just have to sort of knock it up to like its salaciousness. It's a little bit of like fan service for the adults in the room, keeping her in that bikini the whole time, and that little wrestling scene with her and Flint. It is what it is, as long as you don't sort of cross the line in terms of like her characterization and you don't want to, like, she's allowed to be sexy. You don't want to objectify her, I guess, is kind of where I'm going with that. They were pretty tame with it, to be fair. I think that those kind of things. So the villain and then Flint and the Baroness are the kind of things that I think were worth mentioning. Additionally, Lady J, getting weepy, like seeing Flint. She thought Flint had actually died. I thought that was interesting. And I don't know that like the moral compass of Flint is such that he would have to go and really try and rescue Cobra Commander. I don't know. I did think that sequence with the metal dinosaur was, you know, one of the best action sequences there. I thought that obviously metal dinosaurs are awesome at all times, and this episode, you know, took a lot of sort of little bits of inspiration from here and there. That Star Wars sort of chessboard at the beginning, the fighting robots that were the holographic robots, you know, very Rock'em Sock'em mixed with the Transformers. You had the giant kaiju sort of metal dinosaur who breathed fire. That massive sort of, parts of it felt like The Prisoner meets Candyland meets, Alice in Wonderland with the Queen of Hearts, the giant lawnmower, kind of a Honey, I Shrunk the Kids almost. Although this would probably be before that. Lots of little bits and pieces here that I think all painted a picture that like people who, are familiar with comic books, are familiar with these kind of tropes would know. And not in a bad way, but like, It just is what it is. In the Cobra Arctic base, we saw a white hiss. That is actually an Arctic hiss, which was just sort of polarized, I think, for this episode. But eventually they did make an Arctic hiss actual toy. I think that was from a later toy line, though. So here are the tropes that I saw from this episode. I think that there are probably more, because this was kind of a tropey episode. And some of the things that like I don't have a listing for the psychotic man-child villain. I don't think that we're going to be seeing this a lot. I did look it up. I do not believe that the Gamemaster appears in any future episodes of GIJoe, which is, I got to be honest, like a little disappointing. A little more depth on the character could really be useful, especially because despite his monologuing, which I think there was a fair bit of that, we really didn't get much. We didn't really get any background on him. Like, who is he? Where does he come from? Is he the one inventing these things all himself, And what was up with Coco, his only friend, Coco the robot? Was Coco just a normal robot? There was like one or two shots where I was like, this robot is more than just like autonomous. This robot is like perhaps something. I kind of felt like maybe they were like giving a little nod to Pennywise. Maybe that's a little too dark. I don't know. I don't know though. Anyway, here's the tropes that I saw in this episode. Let me know if you saw anything else down below in the comments. Okay. So captured, of course, there were so many captures in this episode. Flint, Lady J, Cobra Commander, and the Baroness, of course, were all captured in innovative, sort of interesting ways. I can't imagine that those toy soldiers could ever have really snuck into all those places, but maybe. Additionally, Ace got captured, and kind of technically Zartan got captured, but I don't know if that totally counts. I'm gonna call the island adventure of our heroes. I'm gonna give that an in the arena. I know it's a wide arena, but the whole island was the game zone. So that is kind of the same idea here. This is where I'm at with a few of these things. Of course, we also had the enemy of my enemy, where the heroes and the villains have to team up. Lots of flirting, wrestling. We did have legitimate love interest here. Ongoing development in the Flint and Lady J romance. The depth of emotion that we see from Lady J when she thinks Flint is dead. That's something. I'm going to call the giant dinosaur, the metal dinosaur, I'm going to give that a kaiju sort of designation, because like it was really big for one thing. And for two, if it was Mecha Godzilla, I would call that a kaiju. So we're going to call the giant dinosaur a kaiju as well. And then, of course, from the dinosaur, we have the presumed dead sort of scenario. Classic. We think he's dead, but of course we know he's not. And overall, this whole episode, it's a trap. It's just full of tricks and traps, and it is a very gimmick heavy episode with kind of like a lot of like, I don't necessarily know if I'd want to call this a comedy, but there's a lot of like baked in comic sort of elements to the story here. Most of which lightly landed for me. So, irreverent, weird, and light silliness is what I give this. But I will say overall, I had a pretty good time. And I only wish that we would get more from the Game Master, because his character was left a little lacking in my opinion. And, you know, I think you could build something from this episode. That said, I'm happy to move on to something else as well. There's always more fun to be had with G.I. Joe. So, until next time, we'll wrap it up here. Thanks for joining me for this reaction, and we'll see you next time. Yo, Joe.